everyone. This is Shay Manowar. I'm the Community Relations Coordinator from Startup Grind. And Phil is also with us, who's also the new Chapter Director of Startup Grind Lansing. So we will be hosting every month a speaker series in which we will host a successful entrepreneur from the Lansing region. And we will interview him or her every first Wednesday of every month. And this is where you will get to know the local entrepreneurs and their life story and how they could help you on your businesses too. So today we are at the Lansing Maker Fairs and we have our first guest. His name is Victor, and Victor is a part of a team called Avidcor. Avidcor is a device, and we will know a lot more about Avidcor in a while. I'm just going to jump on to Victor and see what he has to say about the company he's running.
So Avidcor is it's a company that develops a medical electronics device, and we are trying to make a medical electronics device with an affordable price, and so that everybody can access it. And also we are trying to make the medical device accessible to everyone, and the readings can be taken remotely. So that's the principle of Avidcor.
Gotcha. So Avidcor is a device that you can use, anyone can use. They don't have to go to a doctor to use it. And it's a device that can take your EKG and ECG and then give you the results on your app. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah.
And so do you have the product with you right now?
Yes. So this is the product that we have developed.
Gotcha. So how do I use it? I mean, let's say if I bought Avidcor and I have to use it. So what does it do?
Okay, so this is a palm-sized device, and it's we made it very affordable, with the low cost. So this can be used by anyone, even with a person with a small knowledge about the heart health. So they can take the EKG reading. So when you take the EKG, you get the heart rate, heart rhythm, and also you can get the oxygen level in the blood and the skin temperature. And these readings can be taken in your smartphone, and you can share with your doctor, or you can share with anyone, any loved ones anywhere in this world. That's how it works.
Nice. So is it in the market right now?
Not in the market. We are still in the development, so we are hoping to be in the market very soon.
Yeah. So before we talk more about the Avidcor, tell us about your background. I mean, how did you end up in East Lansing? And I know that you have done your PhD. What's your PhD's background? And how did you end up with Avidcor? And how did you get involved with the local entrepreneurship community?
Okay. So my background, I'm from Sri Lanka. I did my undergrad in Sri Lanka, and I moved to East Lansing to do my PhD in electrical engineering. So once I'm doing my PhD in electrical engineering, I also could able to teach electronics laboratory to the undergraduate students in MSU. So I was fascinated about electronics and stuff. And while I'm doing, I got a connection from one of the Avidcor team members, one of the founders, and I got to know about the device the idea that they are trying to develop, and I was interested in it, and I started communicating with him, and I joined as an intern first, and then I started working once I graduated. That's how I joined the Avidcor team.
That's nice. So, do you think the Avidcor has the potential to disrupt the market in which you're trying to sell the product?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the competition like? I mean, do you have a competition in which you have products that are as scalable as yours, or do you think you are the pioneer in the industry? What kind of feature do you look for Avidcor?
So when I talk about the market size is really high, because the heart-related issues, for example, cardiac arrest or stroke, are the number one causing death in the world, and those are the number one, the diseases, I would say. And currently the market, most of so if you want to monitor your heart or how it functions and all, so the current EKG machines are very expensive, and it's not easy to access. It's bulky. So, and also it's not. For example, if you in the developing countries like Sri Lanka, if you go to a doctor and if you ask for an EKG, if the doctor wants to have an EKG, and he will send the patient to a EKG lab, and he has to get an appointment in the EKG lab and get the EKG reading in a printed sheet. And when it comes to doctor, it might take 2 to 3 days, and it's expensive, it's time consuming. So when you have a device like this, a doctor or patient can quickly get the reading, and the real-time reading they can see in the app. So that's how it works. And when it comes to market, there are not much devices like this. I would say there's no device like this with all features like this, but still there are devices. Those are expensive. Even for example, some of the device, I would say one company, it has an EKG machine, is $3,000, and where Avidcor, people can get it for $100. So that's how we disrupt the market.
Did you hear that, folks? This is awesome. I mean, you don't have to go to a doctor if you think that, you have having some issues with your heart. You can just use Avidcor, buy it for $100, and save tons of money and as well as your life. So basically the idea is that instead of going to a doctor first, you can use the product on yourself and see what the results are. And if you think there's something fishy or you're not liking the results, you can actually send it to the doctor, and it's very streamlined. And personally, I think it will be great, especially in the developing countries where the treatment costs are so high, and then there's no easy access to such a good product. So I think this could do really good jobs in many parts of the world. So while we're talking about this, if you want to show more stuff about what kind of other stuff do you have, in the box. It's really interesting, and there are a lot of wires in it. But I just
Okay,
want to see
so this is the control unit. Let's say.
So when you say control unit, what does it mean?
Okay, so this is the main device, and it has the main circuit is in this unit, and if you want to take a reading, and you need to have a probes that would connect with this device. For example, if you want to take an EKG, so this is the EKG probe, and so you can see there's a port for the EKG. You can connect the EKG, and the EKG electrodes will go to your right and left arm, and then you can connect with the phone and take a reading.
Great. So yeah, there you go. If you have grandparents at home and if you think that they're not feeling well, I as a grandson could use it on my grandparents and see what's going on in their heart. So this is awesome, and it's a very small box. Anyone can carry it, so it's very user friendly. So yeah, this is cool stuff. Avidcor, it's quite a journey. You came from Sri Lanka to do a PhD, end up working with the startup community here. Do you like working on startups? Where do you see, let's say, East Lansing's startup community's future? What do you have to say?
When I joined this company, I was skeptical, how I'm going to end up with. But after working more than a year now, I've started liking these startup businesses. Actually, my background is from electrical engineering. I was more like a tech guy, but now I started understanding the business side of it, and it's really fascinating to me. When I see the new ideas, and I'm not only just an Avidcor, and I've started feeling to have an interest on new ideas as well. So I just feel like East Lansing is a great place, and you have a Michigan State University next to you, and you can get the good resources, good professors, and good students. So you can connect easily with the resources, and you can develop your project and make it successful. So I feel like East Lansing is a good place for the startup businesses.
There you go. This is awesome. This is what we want as well. We want entrepreneurs, we want people like you to come to our city with ideas, and then the city is growing as well, and then we have all the resources for you to stay here, make products, and make this world a better place. Thank you so much. Before you leave, one last question. So are you targeting consumers, or are you targeting, let's say, doctors? Who are you going to sell this product to? Very quickly.
So we are targeting both of them. So patients also can, so we have developed the apps, so that when you sign up in the app, you can sign up as a doctor or a patient. So we are targeting both of them. So doctor can add patients, and we can monitor the patient's health. The same way, patients also can have their own account, and they can do their monitoring.
This is awesome. Well, this is Victor from Startup Grind, and we will have someone else coming up in another hour. Will be Sean from Spray and Spray. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it a lot. You have a lovely wife here as well, so thank you so much for bringing over. And Phil, thank you so much for taking I hope your back is hurting right now. Just kidding. I know you can cut it off. Very good.